but it's about your life. You have to keep your eyes open for your surroundings. And it hasn't happened here just yet, as far as
What does that mean? It hasn't happened here, yet. I haven't planned it yet. Like I didn't pick the place yet. Like, what do you mean? It hasn't happened just yet. When are you planning to do this thing? Holmes is planning to snatch somebody, apparently. He said, it's going to happen. He said, I promise you it's going to happen. Y'all need to be prepared. I haven't done it yet, but it's going to happen. That's what you said. That's what you said, Andrew. Hey, yo, it's your girl J9 Eve. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, get into the comments, let me know what you think about this, okay? And get into the comments, you know what I'm saying? Let's run the comment section up, get in there, have some conversation. It helps mama with the algorithm. As we know, Holmes has lost his sweet Tiffany, his boss of all bosses. And so now, because he want to get his paycheck, he gonna have to show up for his job. And of course, he's gonna be real quiet because him is all alone. Back in this time, this is before we got the whole finding out all the stuff about Fania Dukes and what he did in Vegas. Okay. Holmes likes to think of himself as a crime man. You know what I'm saying? Like to, fight crime and point out crime. And, because like the time when he told on his brother and he propped himself up. So Andrew Holmes propped himself up on the concept of that. I'm so about the law that I even turned in my own brother for being a porch pirate. He was stealing boxes. You stealing boxes for? What, you trying to build a clubhouse? You know what I'm saying? That's from Friday. If you didn't catch that. This is what he props himself up on. So we're going to listen to him. He's going to give us a lecture about safety and calling the police and making reports when somebody does something they got no business. It's just pretty ironic, Andrew. Okay, it's pretty ironic. This man, what it must look like inside his head right now. I can't imagine what it looks like in there right now. He's been exposed and now he's all alone, but having to still show up for 2 more years before it's time for him to be reelected.
Also to the residents, I want to say thank you so much for calling in with the information about all type of violence. You have called the 1-800 number. You have gave that information up. You have remained anonymous. I have gave and forward that information to the chief.
It's like he's like telling on these people. Y'all called and you told on your homeboys. You ratted them out, but anonymously though. So when we go arrest them, they probably gonna know it was you because of what I just said. Just saying. Like, I want to say thank you to all of you anonymous people who did indeed call 911. I don't have to prove that happened because it was anonymous. So there. That's basically what you're saying. Okay, like, I don't even know what the point of this is. Thanks for calling 911, you guys. Like, I would hope that they were calling because something was happening, not just calling to say hello. What, do people not like to call 911 over there?
A lot of this information is being helpful as they move forward with these cases. But one thing I want you to do, always call 911 first. And if you want to call that 1-800 number, call it after you call 911 and give them their information. And then you can contact us and give us that information. We will forward that information to the chief. And thank you all for using that 1-800 number. And thank you all for calling 911. We have...
That doesn't really make any sense. Holmes, I just want to let you know that doesn't make any sense. I want you to call this number that I gave you, if something happens. But of course, call 911 first. So first you call 911 and you tell them all the stuff. Then when you hang out with them, you just call me for no random reason, and then I'll pass on the information to the chief. Now, I would hope that when I call 911 in this little ass fucking town, that the information that I gave them would make its way back to the chief. Is the chief completely disconnected from the police? Does he not know anything? Is he not getting any information? Why do I need to call 911, tell them, then call you and ask you to tell the chief? This is what he said. This is what he just said. This is how he just be talking just to be talking, and he does that old ass sepia tune. He talks with that old sepia tone voice. You know, back in my day, there was that thing and it had happened, and you gotta make sure that you call the police because it's a crime out there. Like, Holmes, what the fuck? I don't care how old you are. That's not like, so you don't all of a sudden just start talking fucking like that. Like, that's not. It's like, you know what? Once you get to a certain age, all of a sudden you start doing it like a this. And this is the country folk. Okay. What is that? Like, oh my gosh. Like, he definitely sounds like he's from a specific time frame. Okay. A specific time frame. All right.
A few cases that we have had out here in Dalton.
Okay.
And as usual, doing the detectives investigation, they do find out that some of these individuals, as usual, don't stay here. Some of them bring the drama here. Some of them have residents that live here. But at the same time, we have to deal with this and we have to make sure it is safe out here. Okay. You do have the officers patrolling the streets. You do have the community that has been calling in with anything that they see. But at the same time, some of these individuals, even some residents, are involved in criminal activity. Some that are maybe living.
Some of y'all, not us, y'all. Some of y'all is, doing stuff that's not so legal. You know what I mean? Like, you need to know better than to do things like, when somebody passes out around you to maybe take advantage of the situation, then call your police friend to brag about said thing you just did. Some of y'all need to stop doing that. This man, it's always the ones that talk about the thing that are the thing. Like, like politicians who always make this big fuss about like gay stuff. They always turn out to be like they have these, tendencies, or they're just straight up gay. Like, there's like on some sneaky stuff though. To be down low is what the term is. Okay. It's always the one who kicks up the most shit about a thing is that thing. Like him, he likes to face himself in the whole thing of crime. Like, oh, I would never do anything wrong. But then he's old, raggedy ass would have this young girl pass out that trusts him, fall asleep near him, and this is what he does. Allegedly. Oh my God. And here he is talking about some crime. And make sure y'all call 911. Especially if you see me coming. Right, Holmes? Is that what you meant? When they see you coming, call the police? Oh, okay.
Living there may not know, but at the same time, we still have to protect our valuable children, seniors that's here in Dalton.
You gotta protect the valuable children, seniors. You mean like the high school senior children? Like, what do you mean? What are school? What are young seniors? What the fuck is a young senior?
I mean, we're not, people come in, they say, oh, this is happening here. We're not concerned about that right now. We're concerned about right here in Dalton, what we have to do in home base. Yeah. We know crime is everywhere. Crime is surrounding us. Crime is here and crime is there. But as a block club and as a block and as a citizen, you pay taxes, you have the right. Call with that information. As I said over and over again, abandoned cars, people standing outside, you have to protect yourself and be safe. Carjacking is still on the rise. Don't let nobody fool you and tell you it's not. It's still on the rise. All they need is an opportunity. You go into your vehicles, please look around. Look at these cars, and I say it over and over again, that are sitting out there. Some people I see are still sitting in their cars. They're still on the phone.
Look at Brown. Look at Brown. She's looking at her like, what the fuck are you talking about? Look inside the car. So if I see an abandoned car, I'm supposed to walk up to it and stick my nose on the window on the glass so I can see what's going on in there? Is that what I should do? And if they roll the window down, should I then ask them what they're doing? Should I lean in? Should I just grab the handcuffs and put them on myself? I'm just saying. Like, I don't know. What are you telling these people to do? Watch out. You see a car, make sure you go look in the window. See who's in there. Am I avoiding them or no? It's the specific scenarios for me that he's gonna admit aren't even a thing that's happening there. Well,
Still texting. I understand your car, your phone, but it's about your life. You have to keep your eyes open for your surroundings. And it hasn't happened here just yet, far as
the fuck does that mean? It hasn't happened yet here. Yet. I haven't planned it yet. Like I didn't even pick the place yet. Like, what do you mean? It hasn't happened just yet. When are you planning to do this thing? Like, Holmes is planning to snatch somebody, apparently. He said, it's going to happen. He said, I promise you it's going to happen. Y'all need to be prepared. I haven't done it yet, but it's going to happen. That's what you said. That's what you said, Andrew. You're like, it hasn't happened yet. What we got to do, we got to make sure we stay away from the sewer drains, because if you get too close to them, Pennywise could come out, snatch your arm off, and then as you try to crawl away, he'll reach his long, weird, creepy arm out and drag you under. It hasn't happened just yet, but it could. And you need to be prepared for that. Like, no, what you needed to be warning people about, Holmes, is going to Vegas with some weirdos, okay? Then going out to have drinks with your old ass and then falling asleep near you. That's what you should have been warning people about. Now, had you made that warning, she may not have been in that position. She may not have ended up in that position. Ain't that something? Isn't that something?
Snatching as people go inside of these stores, but in some of the surrounding areas, I see where this is happening at. You people going in the store, the car's riding by real slow. Your purse or your bag is hanging. They snatch it, keep going.
Oh my God! Do you know where that's happening? You know where that's happening? That's like that's a African swipe thing. Where they ride around on those scooters, or even in Mexico, they do it like in under the border. They where they ride around places where they ride around on scooters a lot. Those people, that's where that happens, where they snatch a purse and keep right on going. That's the people who's doing this thing he's talking about. That's not a here thing. That's not really a here thing, okay? That shit that happens in the movies in America, all right? Now in other places it happens constantly. Just snatch your phone and shit. Yeah, it's terrible.
Dragging you, whether you know it or not. Please.
Oh my God, they'll drag you. So they're gonna grab your purse, they're gonna drag you. You ain't gonna notice that you're being dragged somehow. I don't know. Explain that one.
Look at the news and get the information about this, because going into these stores, Food for Less and everywhere else, Walgreens, you have to turn around and look at these cars that are driving slow, because they will reach out that window, snatch your bags, your arm, head, drag you, and all they want is that purse. For what? Be safe. Stay alert. Please stay alert.
Yeah, he said, "Look, when I come by and I grab that purse, just let go, because otherwise you're gonna end up getting dragged, and it's not gonna be worth it." So when I drive by and snatch that purse, just let go. Just let it go. Let it go. Can't hold on to it anymore. Oh my God, this man, Chief Collins, are you listening to Andrew? He is over here telling us exactly what crimes he's gonna commit. He's in here warning us and stuff. I don't appreciate it. Chief, look at me when I'm talking to you. I don't appreciate it. This man, under the guise of I'm here to protect you guys. I'm just so worried about all of you.
I'm gonna give this over to Chief Collins, who's doing a wonderful job there with his team, and to update you all on where we at, because they have, as of last year, with our cases and homicides, I know that a lot of these homicide cases have been solved. A lot of murder cases have, not solved. A lot of them, they may have been solved, but I'll let the chief let you know that.
Because you don't know shit. Just say that. It's the pretending to have any kind of insight on anything, and then giving a 20-minute lecture about the thing that you don't know nothing the fuck about. It's that part for me. I'm going to hand this over to this person whose job it actually is to do the thing that I'm talking about. I'm going to hand it over to him because, because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. He's like the most useless person. Holmes is literally useless. He's literally only there based on the whole thing of he made himself kind of locally famous for turning in his brother. Like he would do weird shit like pretend to sleep out on the street with the homeless people. It only takes a minute to lay down in one of those spots, have somebody take some video and some pictures, and then you get to get up and go home to your warm bed, hopefully not taking bed bugs with you from that little stunt you pulled, and then him turning in his own brother, ratting out his own brother, the porch pirate. He would steal packages from people's houses, and Andrew told on his brother. And then he's been just kind of running on that of, I have to be super honest. You can tell how honest I am because I told on my own brother just because it was the right thing to do. It was a story that he told. But you didn't tell on yourself when that whole thing happened with Fania. You didn't tell on yourself. You didn't admit the shit. Still haven't to this day. So no, you were willing to tell on your brother, but you're not willing to tell on you. And that makes you a bitch. That's what that makes you. That makes you a bitch. That's what that makes you. Okay? You willing to rat your brother out in the name of justice. And then when you get caught up, you don't say nothing. That just makes you a rat. You're just a rat. Like Holmes, you're just a rat. You're not a humble and a good stand-up citizen. No, you're just a rat. You probably always used to tell on your brother. You probably used to blame your brother for shit you used to do when y'all was kids. If I had to guess, that's who you always were. If I could talk to your brother, I bet you that's what he would tell me. Yeah, he was always a rat. Always. He would blame me for shit that he would do shit he would blame me for. Okay? That's what he would do. That's what I think your brother would tell me. Holmes. All right? You're going to be coming to these meetings. Once you show up with some of that same old energy, you couldn't stand to listen to the trustees were so wrong and you couldn't abide by what they were saying. And it's because it's just not the right thing. I can't sit by and da 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 da. And now here you are voting yes and okay to everything that they say. Did you change opinion? Or was you just going along to get along, hoping that, I don't know, cop a feel on Tiffany or something? Like, I don't know what the fuck that was. Okay, how much ass can one kiss in 4 years? ask Andrew, he can tell you. Tiffany definitely needs to be aware that Holmes is definitely a risk. Holmes is a risk. Holmes is we know that he's known for snitching because he snitched on his own brother just for clout, for nothing, not for money, for clout. He just for clout. He told on his own brother for porch pirating. So if he would do that, you know for sure he definitely would turn on a Tiffany, probably just for a little bit more clout. To be honest with you, like he don't seem like he wants a lot. You know what I'm saying? Look at his shirt. He don't seem like a man who really wants a lot. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of clout seem like it make him happy. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody was gonna kind of turn completely on her and hide it from her, not let her know that he doing it, it would be Holmes. Holmes can't be trusted, period, is what I'm gonna say. Yeah, Holmes can't be trusted at all. Y'all behave, because I'm not gonna do it. Absolutely not. Just know, my mama love you. Yes, she do.